Hello, welcome to my channel. Today I want to talk about how to manage or deal with work from home stress. I also made a video early this week talk about how to stay positive and motivated during quarantine time. If you're interested, feel free to check it out because I talk about 8 tips in total. Just help yourself to stay positive handling this temporary situation. I've been working from home for 2 months so far, and I found it's quite challenging for me because I have a corporate job, which is a consulting type of work, and normally I go to client side, so we always need to talk to people, and we got like team meetings regularly or team activities every month. So we got plenty of chance to act with people face to face. That's why it's a bit even more challenging for me. Okay, let's get started. First of all, create a morning routine. Like you probably work from home recently, but it doesn't mean that you should wake up at 8:59 and start working at 9 a.m. in your pajama. Because initially I did that. Initially I slept until very late and I just roll over my pajama and start working straight after I got out of the bed. But I feel myself less like focused comparing to when I get dressed and when I really take the time to get up and also even probably like have breakfast or coffee before I started working. So nowadays I just always allow around 1 hour before working hours, and I normally go down to get a coffee downstairs and come up so that I can just force myself to get dressed and ready to go out. So yeah, I feel there is a big difference wearing pajama and wearing something that I can, go out. And especially for all the Zoom meetings, my colleague they always like to say, see our faces, so that like is a bit embarrassed wearing pajama. Another thing is getting up at the same time every single day, because I noticed myself working from home makes me feel I could just sleep at any time I want because in the morning I don't need to commute to work. I can use that 1 hour for sleeping in. But it turns out I feel even more tired if I do that because sleeping late messed up my whole routine. So my sleeping pattern, I rather to maintain my sleeping pattern every day so that I have enough sleep every single day. So during the day, I feel more energetic and I feel more focused. So another important thing is getting up at the same time every single day and sleeping at the same time every single day so that you got enough sleep. And secondly, stick to your work hours. Set a schedule and make sure you stick to it. Having a clear guidance in your plan for the day really helps in maintaining your work-life balance, because if you are working from home, it's so easy to plan your work hours into the rest of your day. So yeah, it is very important to just be firm about when you start working and when you call it a day. Yeah, so that you have like clear boundary about your working time and your personal time. It also helps to stick to the promises you made yourself. For example, finish at 5 p.m. and go for a run, or finish at like 6 p.m. and start cooking dinner. Yeah. Thirdly, is taking breaks. It might be very tempting to lock yourself in the home office all day, and it's so easy to do that. But it is important to take breaks, regular breaks, and time away from your desk, or to stand up or move around a bit, just like you would in the normal office. If you find yourself stuck in front of the screen whole day, you might find yourself the productivity start to drop. A break might be making a cup of coffee, doing some simple stretches, or sitting in the garden or on the balcony to get some fresh air. In that way, you have some screen-free time, and it will give you an opportunity for your brain to rest for a moment, so that when you come back to work, it probably gives you some fresh perspective for the tasks you might be stuck on. Another thing is, try not to have lunch in front of your desk. It's pretty bad. I think we should all take the time off for our breakfast, lunch, and dinner to have like just keep it away from your laptop. My fourth point is to be active at home, like doing some exercise to keep your body moving. So, for example, do some yoga, Pilates, or Zumba. Yeah, there are so many apps for exercise, and also so many YouTube classes, online classes for you to just do it at home. Australia's national exercise guidelines recommend everyone to take 150 minutes moderate to intense physical activities each week. So equivalently, it's like 30 minutes per day for 5 days per week. I think it's quite achievable, but it's a bit difficult and challenging if we all work from home nowadays. I think it's very important for you to set a plan and set a time frame for you to do your daily activities, or like even 3 or 4 times per week. That's totally fine, even though it's just simple stretches or a yoga like class for like 15 or 10 minutes. Even every day 10 minutes, you will feel a big difference after like a couple of weeks even. So yeah, just need to make sure that's a priority in your life. Yeah, so that you make sure you do that. Next is stay connected. I know working from home means less distraction, but it also can mean you can just go the whole day without talking to anyone, which can be a bit lonely. That's why instant messaging or emails can be very helpful in communicating with your colleagues and your clients. But sometimes I found it's much easier to just call someone if you have some issues to clarify with the person, or just like set up a daily team meeting with the whole team so that everyone can see each other's faces and chat over the project, and also just checking if everyone is fine and stay safe and well. In that way, it can be much more productive and more stimulating, because yeah, you stay on top of everything, and it just help you to keep things like moving, and help you to maintain the motivation at work, because it's so much easier to just lose track if you work by yourself and don't without talking to anyone in the team. I feel it's very hard to be motivated all the time if you are work on your own by yourself and not talking to people. I think the Zoom or the Skype, the current technology is so good in helping people to stay connected, and yeah, and help people to check in one another, especially during this time. I think it's even much more important to just make sure everyone is fine, especially for those people they're living by themselves and they have no family or partners living with them. Just show your care and your love to your colleagues. It's very important. Another thing I want to mention about is just to take some time out of your day for self-reflection. You can start or end the day by thinking of 3 things you are grateful for and write it down in a notebook or somewhere. So that it reminds you that the grateful thing that happened in your life is actually every single day. There are something that is great and makes you feel grateful. And I've been doing that. I think it's just, that's something that I tend to think that way always. And for example, if someone just called me and checking with me, I feel very grateful and I appreciate it a lot, regardless of how bad the day I just had. I feel that single message or single call made me feel that I'm actually pretty lucky to have someone that still care about me. I'm sure everyone in your life, you have someone who really cares about you. And also those little things, even like doing this YouTube video, I actually spend a lot of time, and because I'm not really good at talking nonstop, so that it actually it's quite challenging for me. But I'm grateful that I have the chance to start this YouTube channel, and I'm grateful that you are watching this video. Even though I don't even know you, I'm grateful that I'm actually practicing my English and actually practicing my speaking skills. I'm grateful that I still got the time to do that. I'm grateful that even though I work full time and it's a stressful job and can be intense, can get intense sometimes, but I still got my weekend off. I didn't do any work over this weekend. I'm grateful for that. See, if you really think deeper and even like 5 minutes or 10 minutes, it's not even that hard to think about something that you are grateful for. And in that way, yeah, I think it helps you to feel much better. Also, if you are grateful for like what someone did for you, I recommend that you show your appreciation to the person. You should be nice to that person and let the other person know that you are grateful and you appreciate what they've done for you. So that I think it's very nice for the other person as well. The other person would feel great as well. So, yeah. In the end, I want to just mention that if you've done all those things and it still hasn't improved your situation at work place, I mean, it still hasn't reduced your stress or it's not good enough for you to feel much better about your work stress, then it's probably a good time to talk to your employer or talk to your manager about your situation and about your struggle. Tell them your real feeling, but just be careful how you initiate the conversation and how you communicate to your boss about your issues. For example, I think should be very empathetic, because sometimes your boss probably has a lot of stress and probably has a lot of pressure from their boss as well. So it's like one on another. It's probably not your boss' fault to pressure you the work, but first of all, I think it's important to have a think what caused your stress. Is it because the work is too much? The workload is a bit overwhelmed? If that's the case, then maybe communicate that to your boss and maybe ask your boss to find another person to share the workload a bit, or maybe like delay the deadline a bit so that it's more reasonable and more achievable. If it's the work itself, like don't really like the work and you don't feel like you are learning anything, then maybe also communicate that to your boss so that they know and they can work out a different way or trying to allocate a different task to you so that you got the chance to learn something new. Or if it's another team member causing you the stress, then maybe talk to the other person in the team and be frank and be honest and be very empathetic. Just be understandable to another person as well and try to understand the other counterparty's position and trying to make it fixed between you and him or her. If after you talk to your boss, or if like nothing gonna change, even you are struggling with the current situation, I think probably is the time to have a think about whether you want to continue at the current workplace. Because if you are struggling and the work already give you a lot of stress, not only about like the work from home stress, it's about the work itself and causing you consistent stress, then I think that's a real issue you have to deal with. You can't procrastinating this issue. Because it will come back to you, and it will bother you if you continue doing the work. So the only way to really resolve this issue, I think, is really, really take the time to think about whether this is what you want to do or whether you had like enough try. If you had already think of all the resolution for this issue and nothing gonna work, for example, talking to your boss doesn't help at all, and talking to your colleagues doesn't help at all, and it's still like it's not good for your mental health. So I think it's probably time to like look for another job or just take the time to have a think what you really want to do in your life. If it's not work, then maybe something else, maybe some freelancer job, or maybe just take a career break like a few months or even one year, or just take the time to think about your future. I think that's a more responsible way. And don't feel like you have to stay in a job forever. It's not always like that. And people, they do change jobs quite often, especially in the current environment. So don't feel bad about it, and don't feel bad that you can't even pursue your dream or pursue your passion. But before doing that, you have to have a deep think and have a thorough think what you really want to do in your life. If you don't even know, then you are struggling with your current work and nothing gonna change, then maybe just take a break. Okay, that's all for today's video. I shared some tips about how to deal with work from home stress, and hopefully those tips are useful. If so, please give me a like button. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel. It helped me a lot, especially this is my new channel. I really try very hard to do the videos and also like maintain a 9 to 5 full-time job. Yeah, so if you can really subscribe my channel or leave a comment below or like my video, that's a great help. I feel very grateful in that way because, at least the people are watching my video and it's very encouraging for me to keep doing this. Working from home, consistently working from home is not easy, especially in this pandemic environment. Everything is so uncertain. No one knows when this all ends, when we can all go back to our norm life previously. So just need to really remember you have to take care of yourself all the time and always be truthful for your own passion and always truthful for yourself. And and take care of each other if you can. It helps other people as well, and it actually help you to feel better and help you to feel like it's a great environment. So let's help each other and let's stay positive and motivated. So okay, look forward to see you guys in my next video. If you guys want to check out my other video about stay home, like working from home, how to stay positive and motivated, check out this video I made last week. So okay, bye.